So you mentioned your remit also included the sustainability side of stuff.
It's always something, probably from our roots, from when the company was born, it was important in the context of the brewery. So like all the decisions made around building the brewery and how we made the beer were always pretty sustainable. So it was really like already quite heavily baked into the culture.
Do you think that's financial, moral, ethical, all of the above?
I think it was just like, yeah, both James and Martin, I think they just thought that way. And, you know, I think the kind of two, you know, great quality beer and making those right decisions, sourcing the right ingredients, like they kind of went a little bit hand in hand. Yeah. Like it was the right thing to do, the ethical thing to do, but also it actually was the best thing for the product. So I think that definitely helped. And then genuine story was a handful of the leadership team went to a dinner hosted by David Attenborough, and I obviously spoke about, you know, climate change and all these things, and then we left. And I guess there was this realization that we should be doing like a lot more. And that kicked off this big sustainability program. So we'd already been doing a lot, but it kind of almost put like a big umbrella around it. And we really sort of turbocharged this project to look at how we could decarbonise the brewery. And like number one priority for us has always been about reducing our own emissions. That's been where, like, you know, most of the energy and effort and the conversations around is how do we reduce our own impact? And of course, look at our scope 3, our suppliers' emissions, but like really what can we do? What is our brewery and our facilities doing, and how can we make them more sustainable? But then what we couldn't reduce, we thought, right, well, let's try and offset. And then that kind of kicked off, right, well, how can you best offset? So we worked with an advisor to get some amazing carbon credits, and we supported some amazing projects. And then we got to a place where like, we would love to do this ourselves, which led us to the Lost Forest. So yeah, that was, you know, one of the reasons that we bought it. One was for that kind of, that offsetting, that kind of, wanted nature-based projects in our portfolio. But also like community's always been so important to us. Like we've grown through crowdfunding. We've got 220,000 equity for punks. So buying somewhere that's on our doorstep that obviously does that kind of decarbonisation job, but actually like is a great thing for the community and the local people. And, you know, we've taken our teams there and our community there, and yeah, it was amazing.
Which came first, the title, The Lost Forest, or did you find the site first and then gave it the title?
It was quite a quick process,
yeah.
as most brewery things are. But no, I think we very early on knew we wanted to call it the Lost Forest. So we had a beer in our portfolio, Lost Lager, and yeah, we always spoke about sustainability in the context, so it just kind of made sense to call it that.
Excellent. So the chapter of having the Lost Forest is coming to a close, and that's why we're sat talking together. Why now? Why the decision to sell now?
I think like we're super proud of what we've done with the forest. Like really, really proud. And I think like whilst I think we're at a place whereby we're really happy with what we've done. You know, we're happy with the legacy we've left. And now our focus is really on our own facility. And we would just love to hand it over to an organisation who can take it to that next level. So yeah, delighted that we're having this conversation.
When the conversation was had about bringing it to market, was there any thought about who a buyer might be?
100%. Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm going to hazard a guess, you didn't know we existed.
No.
So who did you think and hope a buyer might be?
Do you know, I guess we thought there could be someone who bought it like us.
Yeah.
That it wasn't their bread and butter, but they were doing it because it was part of their kind of sustainability efforts, and they would bring a brilliant partner in like we did with Scottish Woodland. So that would have been great. But when I heard that you guys were an option, genuinely delighted, because like you guys are obviously, this is what you do. This is, you know, what you're passionate about, what you're amazing at. You've got those amazing case studies. So no, genuinely, I don't think there could be a better partner.
You're very kind, thank you. When we went to see the place, so we have seen more than 100 estates to buy the 13 we have. We were blown away by the quality of delivery. So there'll always be critics on every project. We've got them in every single place now. Too many trees, not enough trees. Too high fencing, too short fencing. If you listen to every view, you just stand still out of fear of changing it. But when we went there, we were like, oh my word, this is way, way better, way more special, beautifully delivered and positioned. And you know, we were talking before we started rolling about how you've got a large area of existing mature woodland in the valley that opens up into this incredible like glacial gorge where the new woodland's going, and it is just magical.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It is such a
Yeah,
super place.
we've done some team meetings there. We've done like nice
Have you been on the trips mountain
barbecues.
biking out there?
Yeah, I didn't go mountain biking
Okay.
personally. Terrifying.
Oh, not for you.
Oh, exhausting.
Okay.
Honestly, no, it's beautiful. No, we've done a lot of community things there, and we've tried to use the space, and yeah, it's amazing. I will miss it.
Well, you can still come back
Yeah,
and visit. That's fine.
I'll definitely want to visit. It's
Our
beautiful.
plans are very much to just take it that next step furthest to where you got to. So more woodland restoration, more peatland
Yeah.
restoration, and in time, I think there's an opportunity to introduce more ecotourism
Yeah.
there. So whether it's glamping pods or huts and additional property, I just think our model is very much restore the environment, get it resilient and robust and sustainable, and then welcome people back as much as possible.
And that's the exact reason why, like, this is the right decision, because that's what we've always wanted to do. But you know, we're a global business with bars and brands, and like,
Yeah.
you know, you need to kind of prioritize.